Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here this Thursday morning. It's actually pretty early on Thursday morning, which is weird. I woke up early this morning because I thought I would have a lot more stuff to watch. I thought I had to watch Carole on Tuesday, but it's on break because it's mid-core. I thought there were new things airing, but nothing is aired yet. And so, we come to the thing that I've been putting off for the last couple of weeks. We have one last stop on our Revolutionary Girl Utena journey. We need to watch the movie. We need to watch Adolescence of Utena. So this morning I woke up and I downloaded it, and now I have it, and now we're gonna watch it. And that's about it. So it's been a couple of weeks since we finished off Utena, and in that span of time, Digi posted his Prismatic Revolution video, which was great. If you haven't seen that, I would recommend going and watching that video. I really enjoyed it. Just to see his take on a lot of things in Utena. Didn't agree with all of it. Not all of it aligned with what I experienced when I watched it, but that's one of the cool things about this show and Ikuhara as a creator. There are layers upon layers upon layers. And it's more likely when you take something out of Utena or one of Ikuhara's shows, or you analyze it, or you read some symbolism into it, it's less likely that you're wrong, and more likely that you've just found something that other people haven't, or it affected you in a way that it didn't to other people, which is interesting in itself. It's like there aren't that many creators who you can say that about consistently, and Ikuhara seems to be one of those. So in the time between finishing Utena and now, saw that video, saw some interviews with Ikuhara, read up on some stuff. There was some discussion in the Discord, and we finished Sarazanmai. All of those things happened in the last couple of weeks. And I've just been putting this off a little bit because it is an hour and a half long. It's just a lot of video, but I'm going to do it today. So, from what I've heard, this is not exactly a sequel to the series. It's like a retelling, like a condensation, but told in a different way. So I'm going to go in just like taking all of the series as like a mythos that we can draw from, and then view this film as its own thing and see how different it is. See whether there's like a noticeable difference in any of the characters, or the way they act, the way they interact. And also if there's a noticeable difference in the production and what's gone into it, considering that this is a movie budget. Should be interesting. I don't really know what to expect. But I guess that's part of the point and part of the fun, huh? So, this is going to be an hour and a half long, plus discussion, so if you haven't already, go and grab yourself a jar or a cup or a mug of tea. Delicious green tea, caffeine, theanine, everything you need to stay focused and watch lots of anime. Like me. Ha 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 ha. You don't necessarily want to be like me. But I will recommend that you drink some tea. So, get your tea, get ready, because we're going to watch Revolutionary Girl Utena, the Adolescence of Utena. So that's an interesting title in and of itself. The series focuses heavily on adolescence, change, growing up, what it means to grow up. Hell, there are multiple times when characters tell Utena that she should just grow up, or that she'll never grow up. So, talking about adolescence, this period of tumultuous change in everyone's lives, who makes it there, in pretty much every human's life, period of tumultuous change and coming to terms with identity. We'll have to see how that plays into the other themes and motifs. I think that's the best word for it. Themes and motifs that have gone along with adolescence, or have served as important touchstones for it. The ideas of prince, princess, witch, the ideas of hierarchy within the school, the ideas of the duelists, the like Anthea as the Rose Bride and her self-control, or her ability to her self-determination. Well, interesting stuff. I don't know where we're gonna go with it. Anyway, I'm starting to babble at this point. It is, as I said, rather early in the morning, so bear with me. I'm starting to babble, so let's not do that. Let's watch the video. Let's watch the movie instead. I have Revolutionary Girl Utena, The Adolescence of Utena, up and ready to go. I'm using the Kuchirukia RIP from the Blu-ray. It's 720p, but I think that's as high as it goes. To go up to 1080 would just be upscaling, and you'd actually end up losing fidelity. 5.1. Wait, this says dual audio. I just want to make sure that it's Japanese subbed because I want consistency. All right, Japanese and subs. It's all good. I've got it up. It's 0 seconds. There will be multiple versions of this reaction video. You can find picture-in-picture versions with the video up there in the corner. Down there in the description, you can find the timer-based version up on YouTube. It's what you're watching right now because I'm telling you this. It'll have discussion at the end and a beep beep timer at the beginning to sync up with your own media if that's what you want to do. And that beep beep timer will go boop, 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 beep. And on the beep and the green light is the exact same frame that Adolescence starts playing on my screen. So if you're playing along on your screen, that's probably when you want to do that. Beep beep timer goes here. Let's do this. I always hear Draven in my head when I say that. Let's do this. Welcome to the League of Draven. All right, I'm sorry. Did that not work? That did not work. That worked. Oh, this is Toho? I actually don't know. I should know that. Are we not in 4-3? Wait, is it 4-3 or yeah, we're in it's not quite 16-9. JC staff. That is an old school logo. Be pious. All right, so we've got full screen aspect ratio. Very different bells. Is that Anthe and Akio? No, just Anthe. I'm gonna need notes, aren't I? Holy macaroni. These are all individual drawings just being... That's great. Feels like a roller coaster. Ah. Wow, okay, so already off the bat, we are stylish. Ooh. Ooh. This sounds like an old video game soundtrack. Like running through Castlevania, you hear this. And I love it. I love it a lot. Oh my god. Shinkichi Mitsumune, if you were responsible for this, I love you. Let me just make sure my recording is going properly, because this is an 1.5 hour long video, and I would die if it was messed up. All right, we're good. All right, where'd we open? Whoa. Whoa. Is that Utena? She's got the pink. But she's got her hair all up. Is she pretending to be a boy? Hi, Wakaba. Wait, that's actually their chalkboard system? This is so stylish. The line work is so crispy. I don't have a word for it, so I'm gonna just call it crispy. It's like that bite into a potato chip. It's just right. Okay. So we had A, B, and C, right? So now we have E and F. Hmm. There's a vibrancy to the colors that wasn't there in the show. Like saturation and hue. They're less pastel and more saturated. Oh, Jury? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. The prince? Who, Toga? So that's Jury. Is that Jury Miki? Is she referring to Jury as the prince? Okay, that's Miki. Hi, Jury. That is a lot of hair. Wow, where did it all come from? And the way that it just like whoosh, whoosh. That was awesome. But she said it's the prince. Okay, hold on. It's okay. So is Wakaba aware that Utena is female? I get the feeling that she's not. Toga. She recognizes him? That's different. Whoa. Whoa. Red roses. I haven't met Enthi yet. Oh, there he is. What? What? That looked like the witch scenes. Okay. It's a different way of phrasing. Sorta. Does she not have one? That's a huge change to the mythology if she doesn't have a ring. That's her. That's her inciting everything. Anthe? We haven't even seen the birdcage yet. The Rose of the Prince. Oh, it blooms for you. Wow. It blooms for you. Okay. That's a red tearstone ring. Sorry. Whoa. Whoa. That's a very different staircase. I assume this is the dueling arena. It's almost like we're inhabiting an Escher painting. Or an Escher drawing. An endless field of blood red roses. Wow. Wow. I wonder if there's anything symbolically relevant about the black and white of her outfit. Hi, Anthe. You look different. That's a big question. Whoa. Sayonji? Hey, a green hair boy. So she's currently his engaged, if we're starting where we started at the beginning. You are authorized. The tension created here by the lack of music and just the wind noises. Yeah. The way she doesn't react at all is so creepy. So we've done away with the whole Prince gave me a ring mythology. And now she makes the conscious decision. And there's no escape now. That rose arch that we've seen so many times is now chopped, offset, skewed. Nope. Nope. Sayonji's so much more maniacal. It could be she. Was that it could be the one blah blah blah, or it could be that she doesn't know what's actually going on. Yep. Dual songs in the background instead of front and center. Already we have Anthe responding to that. Aha. Short hair Utena is really hot. Just saying. Just throw it out there. Oh. Let me get you one. Oh. They have to kiss to make the thing happen? That's different. Whoosh. Sorta Dios. Hello. Oh man, the animation. It good. Wait. Whoa. Okay. 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 Hype train choo choo. Speaking of which, we haven't seen Choo Choo yet. Gotcha. Bitch. She has an extra mark when she goes into this form. Not sure. What the hell was that? So she has lots of girls' clothing. Wow, it's her and Toga. What? So from that earlier conversation, they seem to be familiar with each other, but they're like childhood friends? What about roommates? Whoa. That was quick. Anthea is a very different character. Hmm. Her uncomfortability with sexuality is a huge like part of adolescence. Uh, Ask questions about it. No? Okay. That sounds like the story that Jury told. Ugh. Is that Jury? Whoa. that all. Huh? Is that Akio? My sister imprisoned the rose print. What? Wait. Okay. So this endgame backstory is like here. It's a different voice actor if that is meant to be Akio. Ooh. And then we fade out into Toga. Miki and sister. No requiem. Ugh. What? So dismissive of it. Dual game thing. Whoa. Whoa. Is this gonna form a rose? Oh, jeez. am I looking at? This is trippy as fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa. Butterfly wings, yeah. So she becomes a chrysalis within the sheets and morphs into a butterfly that flies away over Toga's horrifying paternal rape backstory. Pulling that from Utena. Oh, it's the prince. And he's gone. Hmm. Ask his reason, and then Kozue appears behind him. What is that eye thing? Hmm. Hmm. Who dat? Akio? Shiori. She's playing her. Why is she here? Mm-hmm. But how do you know about that? Yeah. Okay. That is a different mythology. Why? Wow, Shiori's going around and inciting all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry, Shiori. I think I said Jury. Mm-hmm. She's still hung up on that. Whoa. Whoa. Moths to the flame. Like girls to toga. There is no prince. It's a rather meaningful statement coming from Utena. The ever optimistic, foolish idealist. Whoa, 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 whoa. Auntie? Oh, okay. Oh, you scared me there. Just a little bit. Why? The stars? That means she's ruined her rose garden. Anthe is acting on her own from the very beginning. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, do we have a dance sequence? Whoa. And we see in the reflections there. Whoa, that's so cool. What an idea. Now we switch. We're in the mirror world. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Oh. Where are you leading me, Himamiya? Disconnected on different paths. Oh. I think I know where we're going. Hmm. So no planetarium. That's where I thought we were heading. Hmm. My rare moment of honest thoughts. Careful what you wish for. Voice actress is nailing it. Well, jet engines taken off. Why are there all these paintings of you? Hmm. And that one. Is that it's growing to become almost unbearable. Too much. Spears? No. Wait, does she have a hole in her chest? Yup. Broadcast Club? Nice. Is that so? Mm-hmm. Oh shit. It's a reference. Nanami? Oh, hi Choo Choo. Oh, it's Nanami! Oh no! No, it's the three guys, but as elephants. This would make no sense if I hadn't seen the show. Not at all. Thanks, Choo Choo. It's the one that was drawn on his back. She just died. Ha! Strong Oh, hi. Hi, Akio and Kanae? It's kind of lame. Is this how we introduce him into the story? Yep. Sure does. They sure are. And things go a little wonky. Churi Shiori? Oh, wow. So we're in the fight now. Okay. See, I don't remember. Are these the original duel songs? For the respective duels? I don't remember. So wait, this is a public duel this time. No match for the captain, though. Or the prince. Playing prince halfway. Hmm. So wait, they don't know that his name is Togakiryu? Does he have a different name because of the whole adoption thing? Can't now. Not now that you know. She's calling her. Mockingly calls her Oji-sama. Oh. And then it becomes reality. Not playing anymore. You're up against the real deal now. Lunging time. What? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Akio is dead? So, so, what? What? Is that a knee? Oh, hi, Akio. Oh, this is the scandalous tape, huh? Whoa. That's implying a whole drug rape thing. Wow, he can't cope with his own vice. Very different character for Akio. Key. Oh boy. Is this Mikage? Are we gonna cover some of the Black Rose arc? Like, even thematically? Looks like it. All engaged couples, please wait in the back, okay? Into shadow. Is this the room? The regression room? Whoa. Hi, Toga. This is the story that Jury told. Yeah, but there's a wall between you. We just had an earthquake. There's an earthquake happening right now. Still going. Whoa, it's really going. Whoa. I'm just gonna bear with it. Through the wall. So it's still going. Hmm. Hmm. She can't leave the academy. What? What? Whoa. What the hell? It's a different version. Remove the prince garb. This mechanical design is crazy. What will emerge out the other end? Because this seems more like a ritual cleansing or purification for Utena. But to what end? So all of the vehicles that were in the place before, she gets her own supercar? Or she becomes a supercar? And then it rots away. What the fuck? Yeah, a car without a key. So what is the key to Utena's car? Is it the ring? It's the ring. So she becomes literally the vehicle. Wait. Okay. Hi, Eiko. What? 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 Oh? Shiori? Huh? Rip. So as if she crashed because of her own jealousy and envy, and Anthony's just like on track, ignoring what's going on with other people's lives tumbling out of control. I'm really confused by this whole turn into a car metaphor. Wow. Likening them to a swarm of locusts. Battering Utena. Still holding on. It's one thing she always does. She always keeps going. I wonder who's in that vehicle. Or who is that vehicle? Toga? Who pulled you ahead? What? Hi. Huh? And they're driving Wakaba. Huh? Of course. One last obstacle. Oh. 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 Is the castle itself the final boss? Hmm. Oh my god, it's a vehicle. Would it be the embodiment of Akio? Overwhelmingly huge. Okay. And they bring back the OV. Ah! The most badass anime trope. You want to bet? Utena just becomes a vehicle and Anthe is the one piloting. Huh. There's something to that. To a motorcycle? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Hi, Akio. Is he going to hold it open? Or is he the goal? Different voice actor. No, thank you. Punch it, girl. Back at the school, they're straw men. Groovy. This real paint. Nothing can beat those brushstrokes. All the vehicles. I still don't get that metaphor. Is nobody driving? I'm kidding. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wow. This ending is groovy. Okay. Well, that was a movie. Quite a film. Really interesting reimagining of the series. It covers so many more plot points than I thought it would, but in entirely different ways. Like the backstory, the whole idea of Anthe as the witch who has contained her brother is such a like intricate concept that took multiple episodes of the show to actually flesh out. But here it's done effectively in far less time. Now, perhaps if I hadn't seen the show and didn't have all of that context, I might be entirely confused by some of those things, as I am by some of the things in this film, which we'll get to. But altogether, it captures something of the feeling of the show in a much, much shorter format, and that's really fascinating. Anyway, I've got to take a quick break, but I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about this movie in earnest. So there was a line, I think a little bit past the midpoint, and I believe it was Toga or Kiryu, and we'll talk about the change to his character because that's an interesting one. Who says that everything was built around the prince, uh, that it's all centered around that. And I think that that's a metatextual statement that everything in the film is built around this idea of the prince. From very early on, we bring up the concept very early on, and what's interesting is that it's first used to describe a female character. It's first used to describe Juri as the prince. Something else that's interesting is, and this may be a translation thing, but at no point is Utena referred to as noble, or the nobility of a duelist or the nobility of a prince. None of that is anything. The only thing that comes close is high goals, lofty aspirations. I think that's interesting. But everything seems to be constructed around this idea of the prince, and that's weird because the prince as an idea in the movie functions on so many levels. There's the like incarnation of the prince, the white-haired uh character. There's Akio, the man, the person. There's the death of the prince, which I'm a little bit confused by because of the way that it happened. It seemed to me that we are revealed, the prince's death, Akio's death, is revealed to us at the moment when Anthe recognizes Utena and sees her as her prince. In that moment, Akio is no longer her prince, and Utena is her prince, so he is dead to her. That's what I got from it. But then it's implied that he's been dead for a long, long time, and that he's been buried under her flower bed for forever. and that the whole school is built around him. But it's built around the idea, and then the idea that they duel to fill the void left by the prince's absence. I don't understand. Okay, so let's talk about some of the character changes. Utena, in the beginning of this, is not a girl who is known to be a girl who acts like a boy. She is seemingly believed to be and accepted to be by her peers a boy. Wakaba gives no indication that she thinks that Utena is female. No indication at all. The only person who notices is Toga, because they have a history, they have a past, and he knows who she is. So that's interesting. Toga as a character is completely different. In the show, he's like he's the false prince for a lot of the show. And here he doesn't seem to take that role almost at all. It's very strange. And then he's got this deeply tragic backstory where, as a child, he was sold to a wealthy family as essentially what seems like a sex slave. Okay. So, I think that in terms of timeline, Toga and Utena knew each other before Toga was sold into sex slavery. And then the changes that she sees in him are probably a result of that upbringing. So when she attacks Anthy saying, it's your fault, she's misattributing the blame? I don't understand. Something else that's interesting is Utena is a lot more pessimistic about the idea of the prince. One of the first times she even mentions the concept, she says that there is no prince. That there has never been a live prince. She says things like this a number of times, and I think the most important thing is that there's no hint of once upon a time there was a little girl who met a prince, and so enamored was she by this prince that she blah blah blah. Doesn't exist. Hell, she doesn't even show up with a ring. She is given a ring by a white rose in a place. A white rose that appears, the rose of the prince, grants her a ring. So in this, it's as though Utena was already here. She wasn't drawn to this academy by anything, except for Toga, perhaps. And then she is chosen. Perhaps there's something innate within her that's worthwhile. There are hints of the abusive relationship between Akio and Anthy, but they're not really fleshed out. There's the whole scandalous video, which implies a very different narrative that Akio was, and it makes Anthy much more likable, relatable, empathetic as a character, because she's not instigating the midnight trysts. She's being drugged, but it doesn't affect her, but she's going along with it because she's the Rose Bride and that is her prince, or was. And then he throws himself, he kills her and throws himself out a window. What? Jury indicts Utena for playing Prince halfway and mockingly calls her Oji-sama. Or Oji-sama. During their battle. I found the first intimate scene between Anthy and Utena fascinating. When Utena sort of drags her onto the bed, and then they just sit there. There was something very tangible about the, how do I put it? The intimate tension, something like that. There's also something incredibly relatable about how she's uncomfortable with Anthony's sexual advances. And there's something to be said for the deftness with which all of it is portrayed. A lot of it happening off screen through only sounds or sound effects, or implied through dialogue. It's really interesting. I want to go to about an hour in, where when the earthquake happened, because there was a rather significant earthquake during what I think was a rather important scene, where Utena and Toga are in the let's call it the regression room together. And so they talk about the boy who drowned. She says, "Thank you, you really were my prince." Oh no, a girl is drowning. Wait, don't go, Toga. So to me, this is all like, I wasn't sure because I missed some of it, just because I was freaking out because there was a giant earthquake happening. But is Toga the boy who died? The boy who drowned trying to save someone else? No, I have to go or she'll drown, but Toga, you'll die. Yeah, I think that's what this is saying. And then that's thus the symbolism here of her kissing him through the glass, as if parting forever as he floats away. And then at this point, she seems to resolve to go up there and get Anthe and get gone. There's no final battle with Akio or anything like that. The goal is to run away. And in a sense, this makes this movie more directly about a revolution. It feels to me that at the end they've toppled a power structure. Even though we're shown, as we are in the anime, we're shown shots of the school still functioning, there still being people there. They still topple the power structure. They destroy the castle, but by themselves, instead of it just crumbling on its own. They destroy the castle. Anthe, and that's something else. Anthe's autonomy in this is apparent from the beginning, from when she saves Utena from Saionji's sword, and allows her to withdraw Dios, which is sparked by a kiss, much more intimate, much more direct than the romantic subtext of the poses and transformation sequences that we got in the anime. Oh, production. Let's talk about production a little bit. I think it's most notable on like character faces. There are certain times, a number of times, when Anthe is so stylishly drawn. When the line work has these tapers to it that gives the face and features depth and character. It happens frequently with Anthe's face. I think you can see it a number of times near the end. But I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, they're like this. I think that's just gorgeous. A lot of scenes in this film are absolutely drop dead gorgeous. This school is so ethereal and disconnected from our world from the beginning, with these crazy floating chalkboard things, and the layout and feel of the school is almost like Hogwarts, with stuff moving around. It's almost constantly in motion, as though this is a place of constant change, but nothing ever changes. and also a dreamy, reflected uh, world that's all entangled and messed up and weird. But also, it's also kind of like chopped apart and then put back together, kind of like the rose arch that we see multiple times. It's been sliced and then as though it's been put together not quite properly. I was wondering at the beginning whether there was any symbolic meaning to the black inside, white outside, white inside, black outside of Utena's outfit. I think I'm just gonna say it looks cool, and that's what they went with. So another thing is that lots of glue is missing or done away with. The glue that would glue two pieces together, the way that we get Shadow Girls scenes before duels most of the time in the anime. Not only is the glue removed, but like an inch of material on each side is removed. It's just like so we go from here to duel. We're dueling. We're fighting instantly. And it creates this sort of crazy hectic pace that's it's interesting. So then we've got this picture of Toga, which causes Utena to go off running. Leads her to him, but also and an explanation of the ring. And then we get the first view of this picture. Yeah. I don't know what this picture actually is. I thought at first it looked or reminded me of some of the scenes of Anthea's the Witch that we had seen in the anime, but I don't think so. I don't actually know what that painting is meant to be. So if you do, let me know. Because I'm confused by it. And then some stuff happens. Gets a ring, and eventually chooses to put it on. Once she sees Anthe abused. And then it's like, this moment is so cool. We already hear the gate moving. It's as though something irreversible is being put into motion as she puts the ring on. And then that's confirmed as the gate slams shut. Awesome. Prepare the duel. Let's take a look at that rose arch, if we can find a shot of it. All right, I don't see a shot of it. Saionji is so much more evil seeming in this, which makes it really strange when he and the rest of the duelists like just show up at the end to duelist ex machina. That was kind of weird. Oh man, some of the animation in some of the fight scenes is just freaking awesome. Like this is awesome. This is awesome. It's gorgeous. Oh, and something else that should be said: the full aspect ratio, it helps a lot. The use of brilliant color is something else that's really notable. These deep reds that we don't usually see in the anime except in super impact heavy moments. There's a lot of brightness and vibrancy to the color palette. It's great. So then we have this surprise dive bomb kiss, or flying side kiss, which leads to the pull. And it's gorgeous. It's freaking amazing. And she bibbity babbity bops him. So then we have our first night. She's got a picture of Toga. And then here we have our moment. Then I should leave for tonight. Nope. Absolutely not happening. And then this moment that they share together. This is so beautiful and intimate. I don't know. I really like this scene. Also, Enty's voice actress is so good. Oh my god. Do you always do this with the winner of the duel? You're so thin. And then we have a zip. And then rejection. Goes too far, too fast. Movie Anthe is super cute. Also, movie Utena is super cute. They're both super cute. And then Shiori is like a specter of evil in this show or in this movie. I don't know what her deal is. She's just mean. Okay, so here we have this line. But the prince was killed. A childhood friend of mine did it. I don't know what that's referring to. No, it's the same story. My prince and I were supposed to have gone steady. It's the same story, but so different. What the hell? And then she seems to want to make Juri the prince for the rest of her life as punishment. Oh, this scene. This use of reflections for Toga's arrival. Where is it? Yeah. Whoa. That's so weird. Focus on the ring. Gorgeous hair animation. You could say that. Did you do that engage thing with him and Mia? Then that backstory is given to us, the mob storming in. And I guess it is Akio on the phone. Oh yeah, there's this clunk when the prince hits the ground that's almost metallic. Like he's a statue. The Rose Prince was really the Lord of the Flies. When my sister's magic faded, the prince returned to his true self. So that's why you set up this game, to regain the lost magic. Okay. But I'll be the one to gain it in the end. And then what is this image? It looks like the prince withdrawing the sort of Dios from Anthe. In this conversation between the siblings. Although Miki never even fights. Okay, and here's the backstory on Toga. My current father, I was sold. Had to grow my hair out to be more appealing to that father, which is an interesting inversion of Utena's like short hair being tomboyish. It's Toga having to grow his hair out, become more feminine to please an authority figure. Ugh. And then we start gathering up fabric into what eventually seems to become a chrysalis. And at the same time, Shuri is just ignoring what he's talking about. Continuing to talk about Juri and her locket. As though all of this on Toga's side is just meaningless. I wonder who was spreading that rumor. And then, in an insane piece of animation, wings of cloth burst forth from her. She becomes not angelic, but a butterfly, a moth. And then later we see moths drawn to a flame. That's unrelated, I think. Duelists have high goals. So she scribbles this little character, and then this little character becomes a reality in the Nanami send-up that we get. And then there's this crazy scene where we are introduced to the idea of cars as people, with this car being Kozue. And it's shown to us as like it's his need or his reason for being a duelist. I don't know what this rubber ducky is about. I want power so I can be free of everything that chains me. Shiori shows up and kind of just fucks with Juri for a while. After talking to Aki, or talking to Toga and being like, you'll be the one to win, right? Fight Juri, punish her. Now she does the same to Juri, which is really fucked up. Alright, so then Utena comes up. There's this light. And she shoves Anthe to the ground and blames her for changing Toga. For altering him. I don't know what the moths to a flame thing is here, but it definitely seems maybe Anthe is the flame. Actually. Maybe none of these things. Maybe it doesn't matter. Why does Anthe pull herself up like this? Stars. There is no prince. Utena without her idealism. So then she lets Utena sleep. But she destroys... And the way this is set up, it's as though Anthe is going to kill Utena. I got real scared there for a moment. So she destroys the irrigation on her rose garden, floods it, to create this magical water world with the stars reflected in it. And then they dance, and it's amazing! It's amazing. We see both sides of them reflected in the water and above, dancing together. And at a certain point, they blend together, so the reflection is no longer unreal and beneath. In fact, it's more bright and more real and above, and this fantasy is the reality now. God, it's so beautiful. And glowy. And then she's just daydreaming. They use this this portrait exercise, this portrait drawing exercise, to have Utena ask a bunch of questions. And express sort of a cute desire to take it a little bit more slowly. If we're going to be close, let's do it properly. And then Anthe starts changing her pose very slowly. I wondered about that in my rare moments of honest thoughts. If you don't mind, won't you open up to me a little more? You might not like the secrets you might find if she does. Let's keep no secrets like this Rose Bride stuff. So they switch, and then Anthe immediately requests that she bear all. Let's keep no secrets, right? But she reverses the power dynamic, right? Interesting. Forceful exposure. But then it's as though Utena is excited by this. That's how it's portrayed. So only once... Anthe doesn't really reveal anything of note when Utena first asks her to open herself up. Only when Utena has already done so, and then asks for fair recompense, that this isn't fair, does she reveal herself, and with that, the hole in her chest, which seems to serve to symbolize everything we know about Anthe and her past. And then this interesting thing with all of these different paintings morphing into something like one painting. I don't know what the hell is this, but then that one remains the same and only the one. And we zoom in through it. I don't know what this is. I don't know. But it seems to be intricately related to the whole relationship with Akio. And that whole theme, at least. That there is a void within Anthe, or pain within Anthe, because of what she did with her brother, or to her brother. Then we go on air, we get Scandalicious Tape, and then the first one is just a continuous joke reference to Nanami as a cow, and we get some choo-choo service, and also that little red dinosaur thing. Like, what? I have no idea. I have no idea. And then we get this vision of Akio being a cool kid. He introduces us to this idea of the car won't run. Meets up with Anthe. And then we get this amazing thing with the record scratch and all of that jazz. Wait, do we even get that here? Or does that not happen until a little bit later? The scandal starts here. Yeah, and then it eventually finally skips completely. This is the secret. So we get our pull, and it's Shiori and Juri who go on the other side. And then we're in the fight. And it's just happening. And it's an important one. This is the last duel of the film. Also the second duel of the film. So she's mostly defeated, and then she embodies the prince. She embodies Dios. Anthe notices. Juri notices, but calls her, sort of jokes at her. You can fight with a stance like that? No, but I can lunge. And for a moment, she looked like someone else. And then we get, and it's at that moment that we get our extra. Akio is dead. As though they've just found his corpse under there. Yes, it's the headmaster. Wondering where you've been, it turned out you've been 6 feet under. Someone buried you after all. And I think it's implied that it's Anthe who buried him, the owner of the flower bed. The reason for her rose bed was to hide her brother dead. If you need proof that I must show, watch this tape and you will know. So she goes seeking Himemiya, seeking answers. And then we have this moment where Akio realizes that she's awake and never has been. And then he freaks out about the car and the keys. The key to a car is maybe a sexual metaphor, but that doesn't seem quite right. It doesn't seem to hit it. You can do with me as you please, whatever. So then she runs through what thematically is the Mikage Black Rose arc thing, as this is still occurring. Where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the key? And then he just stabs her, pulls the thing off the window, and then it falls through it. Bye-bye. And then we cut to static. There's no chrysalis on the wall. Just the two of them, divided by a line. Everything here is built entirely around the prince, yet there is no prince in the flesh. Only an idea, an ideal. That's why this game is necessary, in order to fill the void. When she became the Rose Bride, the castle showed up. When she killed her brother, the prince. That's not true. There never was a live prince to begin with. It's always a fantasy. I like the way that it's as though this backstory is occurring outside of that window. We always follow Toga looking over his shoulder to it. This story of a boy drowning, we already talked about. That night when I was crying alone in the chapel, you gently embraced me, saying how you thought of me. As though he's the one who rescued her from the coffin. And then, thank you, you really were my prince. There never was a prince in the flesh. I don't know. And he's gone. Finally found him, Utena. You were my true prince. Right. You are now the prince of the academy. Any miracle and all eternity are yours. As long as you stay in this world. And she rejects that. I refuse. Let's leave this world. There's something more important than miracles or eternity, and that's autonomy. Choice. Let's go. And then this is as though the academy itself... I have no idea what happens here. A car wash appears and converts Utena into a hot pink sports car, and then they drive away and are chased down by the automobile embodiments of a bunch of other students who have been obstacles in the past. And then the school itself becomes, or the castle itself becomes a vehicle and like chases them, and they have to navigate through all the obstacles. I don't know. I really don't. If you have any idea what the whole turning into cars thing is about, let me know. Is it just a cool visual way to show, like, running away from the powers that be? Yeah, she starts to rust without a key. Also, don't know what that's supposed to mean. If I mean, there's a surface level sexual metaphor, and then there's also the like without being with someone who can help you, like at the end of Utena. I don't know. I don't know. And we've got this broadcast room full of Utena colored haired girls who are all Ko's, so they're all shadow girls. It's almost like the the strategy room in Ava. That's what it reminded me of initially. I don't know. And then Shiori turns into a friendly car that attacks them. And gets destroyed. But really destroys herself. And then they get chased by like a million of them. Is this like society not being okay with them being gay? That seems real surface level. Okay. And then she calls for help. And the homies arrive. And then the big car arrives. And it's huge. Is this all just an excuse to have a bombastic chase sequence? I don't know. There's no way to get through except with a bit of resolve. And then Utena, as a vehicle, is broken and battered by this sort of grinder that they have to go through. And then Akio is walking at backward at light speed. Freaking awesome, but I don't know. Go back to that closed world where you can be a living corpse forever. It'll be fine. She's like, nah, I don't think so. He's like, no, you're gonna die though. And she's like, yeah, that's okay. I get to choose that. Goodbye, my prince. And then she floors it. And just like, whoosh. And he says, but you'll have to continue to be princesses back there. As though the straw people that we see at the end are the shells left to continue to be princesses there. As though we've left that shell identity behind. It's easy, just be a living corpse. I'd rather not. Thanks. See, it seems to me that in the movie, Anthe rescues herself more than anything. That this is her story more than Utena's. She's a character who, well, it's Utena who makes the choice to leave. It's Anthe who puts in the willpower at the end. It's Anthe whose resolve is tested. Utena is moved out of the picture. We know how she would respond in a situation like this. We've seen her do it. We've seen her do it in the show, right? When the odds are stacked against her, Utena will keep going. But will Anthe? So by removing Utena from the picture for a while, making her a vehicle, something which carries Anthe forward but has no volition without a driver, without a key, then we put the spotlight on Anthe, and we get to show her character and her choice. I think that's a pretty cool take. And off they go. Into the beyond. Into a world without roads. Uncharted territory. We see the school, it's still functioning, still moving. We must go. And they lean in to kiss. And do. Well, this has certainly been a movie. Some really awesome animation, Great music. Great, incredible voice acting in multiple places from multiple characters. A really interesting retelling of the story. And it's a retelling with enough differences that it's almost its own thing, but it's sort of hard to even conceptualize what Adolescence is to Utena. It's the same story, but not at all the same story. And it contains the same characters, but they're not at all the same characters. So that's kind of weird. In any case, I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really hope that you have too. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the discussion that comes back my way after watching this, seeing what some of you think about this film, because it blindsided me in a lot of ways, and it certainly has confused me in a lot of ways. But that's part of that Ikuhara goodness, you know? Alright, let's wrap this up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been The Adolescence of Utena. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I hope you'll leave thoughts in the comments so that I can read them and catch up on the 20 odd years of discussion that there's been about this film. And I hope to catch you in what I watch next on Thursdays, which, by the way, will be Modazushi. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be coming out soon. In any case, I'll catch you there. Peace.